Okay, so Tim, you were the chair for the National Regeneration Summit today, the theme of which was sustaining regeneration in the era of spending restraint. What ideas will you come away with today in terms of enabling cost-effective regeneration?
Well, I think the most important thing is at a time of great challenge for the sector, there was quite a good spirit here. It was, very well attended, top-class people, people thinking, if you like, on their feet rather than just giving in to some of these challenges. So a lot of innovation around, a lot of boldness around, a lot of keeping your nerve, but also people were kind of listening to some of the people who were like on top of the current agendas. We had Grant Shapps, the Minister, Bob Kerslake, and the dialogue around it was, okay, there's some new threats, but there are also some new opportunities, so what can we do? What
did you think in terms of what you heard from Housing and Regeneration Minister Grant Shapps?
I think the audience were very encouraged by he showed a lot of passion about it, he showed a lot of commitment. He said, we're committed to regeneration. We've not heard that language since the election. I think everybody was quite interested in this, and I think he might have set himself up as a bit of an advocate for us with some of the difficult characters around, for example, as always in this country, Her Majesty's Treasury. But no, I found it interesting. I think it obviously lacked a few specifics, and it wasn't clear exactly whether some of his optimism was well grounded, but his passion and his desire to be an advocate for regeneration we should grab hold of.
You've been critical of the £1 billion Regional Growth Fund. I think you called it a fig leaf, not a very big one. I mean, have you heard anything today from the members of government, Treasury or Communities Department to make you think otherwise?
Well, I think I think the problem is that they're going to take so much money out of some of the regional economies and then only put £1 billion back. That's not the answer. But what we heard from Michael Heseltine today was interesting, and I think he is influencing thinking. You could see a bit of more coherent agenda emerging of, let's do land remediation, let's do the return of city challenge for people who've been in the industry for some time. That's interesting. But also city governance, the whole issue of perhaps having city mayors. He was also like tools like urban development corporations, okay, and then the growth fund. So it's not on its own, I think. But I think one of the things we did see in this conference towards the end of the day is localism. Yeah, we're all for it, great, but it needs, for a minister like him to go to Treasury and say local authorities need to be able to borrow more, to take risks more, to leverage their own assets more if they're going to deliver this localist agenda. And that wasn't clear whether that's been accepted by people like him.
In your opening speech you said it's not about chasing subsidies anymore because they don't exist, it's about finding your own solutions. I mean, from today, what do you think the mood has been like? I mean, how optimistic are you for regeneration?
I think we have, we have to pick ourselves up and go forward, and I think there are things around what, the efficiency and the targeting of the money we already spend. The state is still massive. Total place means about bringing some of this together. That will happen. And there's some structural things we heard today around. We need to fix FE skills and education in this country. That's not about new money. That's about sensible policy. So I think I came away actually more optimistic than rather than less of a sector that is going to retool itself to actually deliver these objectives. I think the other thing is, I think maybe part of what the government is trying to do is actually a regeneration agenda, but they're calling it rebalancing the economy, they're calling it big society, they're calling it rebuilding social capital, they're calling it broken Britain. But actually these are our agendas. So there was kind of feeling that we can show that we are real deliverers of this new agenda, so I came away quite enthused.
Okay,
Tim. Cheers, thanks.